So putting that aside for a second, we've got to talk about how you might typically structure routines, what we call split routines within a group environment. And again, this isn't new, but it'd be a good idea to review it and just make sure we're on the same page. Typically, there's three approaches we see in group coaching. One is we're going to do a total body routine. Number two is we might go between upper and lower splits. And three, we might go between pushing and pulling splits. Let's have a look at a few examples of how we can create pushing and pulling in three different ways. So you're going to see on your handout and on the slide right now that the first example is lower push and upper pull. So my group training environment today, regardless of how many stations I have, is focused on lower pushing, squatting, lunging, stepping, and upper pulling, whether it's vertical, horizontal, in three planes, etc. So the example here is we've got a single leg squat at one station, lower push. Then we've got a pull up, upper pull. Then we've got a lunge, lower push, and then we've got some kind of row. In this example, it's a cable row. So we've got push, pull, push, pull. But this is going between lower body and upper body. Now let's compare that to the second example we've got. We've got upper push and upper pull. So now the lower body's out of this. This is all upper body. My coaching class today is upper body focused, but it's still pushing and pulling. So in the first example, I have a push-up, then I have a bent row, then I have some kind of tricep press, and some kind of bicep curl. So I have a push, a pull, a push, a pull. The only difference from the first one is now it's entirely upper body push-pull, no lower body involved. Okay, let's take a look at example number 3. Again, this is push-pull, but this is a total body push-pull. At first glance, it might sound like the first example, but it's a little different. Let's see what we've got. We've got deadlift, that's a lower pull. We've got bench press, upper push. We've got lunge, lower push. We've got pull-up, upper pull. So if you look at that, we're actually going between lower body and upper body, lower body and upper body. This is total body, but we're also pushing and pulling for the lower body and pushing and pulling for the upper body. Whereas in example 1, it was only push for the lower and pull for the upper. So quickly recapping that slide for you again. They're all push-pull splits. They could all be in my group coaching today, but there is a different intention and priority for each of them. So this is the first step is, man, what do I want my priority to be? Pushing and pulling, upper or lower?